that serving the Vaishnavas is more important than anything. Krishna says to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Mukunda, oh Mukunda, you're very, very dear to me. In this way, you become dear to the devotees also. It is very important. Becoming dear to Krishna, becoming dear to the devotees. It is only by devotees' mercy a person progresses in devotional life. Now, 260th verse, 10th chapter, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda. ये खाने खाने हय मोर अवतार तथाय गायन तुम्ही हैवे आमार. Wherever I incarnate, you will accompany me as my singer. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blesses Mukunda that you will always be my singer. Wherever I appear, you will sing. You are my eternal companion and you always sing for me. Wherever I incarnate, you will appear as my associate to sing the glories of him, to sing the glories of Hari. Song pleases Krishna. The song, they said, in Udupi, the mathas, the sannyasis are trained to sing very nicely. Especially Narsimha, he is very happy when a person sings very nicely. The song pleases Krishna. Mukundere eta yadi varadana kaile varidana kaila maha jaya jaya dhvani thakani haila. When the Lord awarded this benediction to Mukunda, a tumultuous sound of joy was heard everywhere. Hari bol, Jai Jagannath. Hari bol, Nivedaya, Yadi Dui Hata. Everyone folded their hands and they chanted Hari bol, Jai Jagannath. So this is very important. Having the happiness in seeing the other devotees blessed by Krishna. This is the nature of a devotee. This should be the nature of a devotee. Like when Guru Maharaj gives some garland to the devotee, immediately we should say Hari bol, Hari bol. Sometimes he praises the devotee. So when a special favor is done to a devotee, immediately other devotees should be very, very happy. Mukundera stutivara shune yei jana. Say Mukundera sane haiva gayana. Anyone who hears Mukunda's prayers and the benediction awarded to him will become a singer with him. Ye sabha Chaitanya katha vedera nigura subuddhi manaye iha na manaye mudha. So these topics of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are very confidential to the Vedas also. Intelligent people accept them, whereas fools deny them. Shunile ye sabha katha yara haya sukha avashya dekhive sei Chaitanyera mukha. One who gets pleasure by hearing these topics will certainly see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu face to face. Those who achieve happiness on hearing the conversation between Gaura and Mukunda are certainly eligible to see the form of Chaitanya Deva. So this conversation is most important conversation where Mukunda expresses that even though you are giving me the benediction to see you, but what is the use? I have not involved myself in devotional service. So it is like the Kamsa, Ravana, they also saw, but they were killed. They could not experience, they also saw Lord, but they could not experience a transcendental bliss because they did not perform devotional service. So devotional service has been considered to be of the topmost priority. It is the topmost priority even before seeing Krishna. If you compare, then somebody says seeing Krishna is more important. No, seeing Krishna is important only if accompanied by devotional service. So the washerman's example is also given. So many examples are given where Lord gave darshan, but they could not experience the bliss. Yehi mata yata bhaktera mandala yehi kaila stuti vara paila sakala. In this way, all the devotees who offered prayers received benedictions. Srivasa Pandita Ati Mahamahodara. Ataiva Tana Grahe Ye Saba Vihara. Srivas Pandit was most magnanimous. Therefore, these pastimes took place in his house. So Srivas Angan is the most important place in Navadip. So near the temple, near our ISKCON temple, we have Srivas Angan. Shri Vasangan is the place where wonderful pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happened. Even this pastime happened in his house. Yara yena mata ishta prabhu apanara. Sei dekhe Vishwambhara. Sei avatara. The devotees saw, he saw Vishwambhara in whichever incarnation they most adored. So they saw Vishwambhara. Somebody is more inclined to the Varaha Rupa, then they could see Varaha Rupa. Somebody is more inclined to see Narsimha Rupa, they could see Narsimha Rupa in Chaitanya. So they could see whatever, they could see the avatars in whatever they had more faith or more love, we can say. Every devotee has a love for a form of Krishna. Maha Prakashat Ihare Sevali Yei Matakare Gaurachandra Kutuhali. These wonderful pastimes of Gaurachandra are known as his Mahaprakash or great revelation. Yei Mata Dine Dine Prabhura Prakasha Sapatnike Dekhe Saba Chaitanya Dasa. In this way, all of Lord Chaitanya's servants and their wives saw the Lord reveal himself day after day. Deha mane nirvishesha, ye hayena dasa, sehi se dekhite paya, ye saba vilasa. Anyone who renders service to the Lord with his body and mind is able to see these pastimes of the Lord. So this is very much important. Body and the mind should be engaged in the service of Krishna. So that is why various festivals are there. These festivals are nothing but the opportunity for a devotee to engage his body and the mind in Krishna's service. Somebody is fortunate to reside near the temple, then he always gets an opportunity. Somebody is far from the temple, then the festivals becomes a golden opportunity. So whole consciousness should be how to conduct the best festival, how to involve as many as possible. So involving is not only calling, involving their dhana also. If one doesn't know to sacrifice, sacrificing one's wealth is not so easy. That should be there. If they start sacrificing their wealth, automatically their purity starts, because Lakshmi comes to serve Krishna. So all these things are the service. And who can give this? Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada. These donations, Prabhupada said, these donations are the best opportunity which is given by the institution. Just imagine nobody is asking any donation. What will happen? How are we going to purify the wealth, what we are getting from Krishna? So the resources, whatever we are getting from Krishna, has to be employed in his service. Krishna gives his resources for our maintenance, as well as the maintenance of the devotees, the maintenance of the devotional service. If one is infested with material conceptions, he cannot understand the topics of the Lord's pastimes. But persons who are indifferent to external vision and devoid of material conception can see the Lord's pastimes. In the Bhagavatam, it is given, Yesham sa esha bhagavan dayayeta antata anantaha sarvatmana shritaha yado sarvatmana shritapado yadi nirvalikam te dustaramati taranti cha deva mayam naisha mamaham mitidhi shva sarga shragala vakshye. But anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, due to unalloyed surrender into the service of the Lord, can overcome the insurmountable portion of illusion and can understand the Lord. But those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten by the dogs and jackals, cannot do so. So only by unalloyed surrenderance into the service of Lord, one gets an opportunity to come out of this illusion. So it is said, anyhow, this body is destructible. And the people connected to this body is also going to be destroyed. This body is going to be destroyed. So much of consciousness in this body, bodily maintenance. So instead of that, more service to Krishna, The more service to the temples, the more service to propagate Krishna consciousness is important. Nayamatma pravachanena labhyana medayara bhuna shukena yameva ishaha vrtatena labhya satsesha atma vrtatenuswam. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by expert explanations, by vast intelligence, nor even by much hearing. He is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person, he manifests his own form. So Krishna says, not by expert explanation or by vast intelligence or not by much hearing, but whoever Krishna has chosen, Krishna reveals his form. So one has to just serve and wait for the mercy of Krishna. We cannot demand for the mercy of Krishna. Mercy is not demanded. Sometimes there's a wrong understanding and unreasonable demand or unreasonable desire that please show our mercy. Please show our mercy. Mercy is never demanded. Mercy has to be waited upon. Tattenu kampartam samikshamano bunjane evatmakritam vipakam. Hridvagva purvir vidadhan samaste jiverayo mukti padai sadai bhav. Become eligible. Just we have to wait for the mercy. Krishna chooses. Even to speak about Krishna also, it is Krishna who chooses. Krishna only chooses. Because it is Lord's mercy. Let Lord show her the mercy. It is not that we demand the mercy. It is very much important. Let us wait for the mercy of Krishna. And mercy of Krishna flows to the mercy of our spiritual master. Let spiritual master's mercy flow onto us so that we can progress in devotional service. See Navadvipe Ara Kata Kata Ache Tapasvi Sannyasi Gyani Yogi Maje Maje Yavata Kala Gita Bhagavata Sabe Pade Kehava Padaya Karo Dharma Nahi Nade. Many tapasvi, sannyasis, jnanis, yogis lived in Navadvip. They studied or taught Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam for their whole lives, yet they did not change their religious practices. Very important. Somebody can be a very good speaker of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, but still there is no change. Still why they are not able to take up devotional service more sincerely. Devotional service is completely dependent upon our surrender to our spiritual master, engaging ourselves in devotional service. One may be expert scholar in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, be expert speaker also, but till he is not surrendered. The surrenderance is the most important aspect. Even Krishna gave knowledge to Arjuna only when he surrendered. Shishyaste ham shadi mam tuam prapannam. The most important aspect. Sevon mukhahi jivado swayameva spurtiyataha. Krishna reveals. Knowledge is not attained by studying. We may by heart, we may study, we may practice. But very clear instruction has been given. Sevon mukhai jivado. Just serve. Serve the mission of the spiritual master. Be eager always to serve. Talk to the spiritual master. Understand what is the desire in him. What all things he wants us to do. That is more important. If we do this, then we can progress. This is the key success to progress. Many ascetics, renunciates, impersonalists, yogis studied Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita in the city of Navadvip, then taught these literatures to others also. Yet they did not retire from the respective cherished religious principles of undergoing austerities, renunciation, endeavoring to merge with Brahman and realizing the super soul. So even though doing all these things also, there is no change. They are just having their desire to follow their own religious principles, merging in the Brahman. That means service attitude is not there. Keha keha parigraha kichu nahi laya vrtha akumara dharme sharira shoshaya. Some of them vowed not to accept anything from others and shriveled up their bodies by uselessly observing celibacy. Some people took severe vows, like that observed by Bhishma, and passed their lives in bodily misery by following from childhood the vow of celibacy. Others took severe vows not to accept anything from anyone Yet, because they did not realize the supremacy of devotional service, all their activities simply became miserable. Again, this is very much important. One may do a lot of tapasya, one may not eat anything, one may follow a lot of celibacy, but if devotional service is not understood, then everything is just miserable. Sei khane, hena vaikuntera sukha haila, vrtha abhivani, ekajana nadekila. Not one of those useless, proud persons could see that the happiness of Vaikuntha had manifested there. So no one who was intoxicated with the burden of material pride could achieve the transcendental happiness of Vaikuntha that manifested for the Lord's appearance at Shiva Sangam. So what happened? They could not experience happiness because they were having the pride, intoxicated with the pride. Oh, I know everything. I am expert. The moment we have this pride, one cannot experience the transcendental happiness. Shiva Sera Dasa Dasi Yahare Dekila Shastra Padiya O Keha Taha Na Janila. Although the Lord was seen by the servants and maidservants of Shivas, he could not be known by those persons despite their study of the scriptures. So what happened? Simple-hearted people like maidservants, servants, they could see Lord. They could be understood. Lord revealed himself to them. But those who were scholarly, Lord did not reveal to them because they had the pride of their scholarship. In spite of achieving proficiency in the scriptures, the teachers who were engaged in the study and recitation of the Vedas could not see Lord Gaudsundar. But the servants, maidservants, or the foremost Vaishnava, Shivas, were easily able to see that supremely rare object of vision. One of the most important qualifications of a devotee is expressing one's humility. Oh, I don't know anything. I am such a murkha. This is the most important aspect. When our spiritual master tells us, oh, go and speak, the first thing comes out is, oh, I don't know anything. This is the sign of a humble devotee. And it is the spiritual master who empowers the devotee and speaks through his mouth. This is a very important aspect. Why these scholarly people could not experience that bliss? Just because they had the pride of their learning. On the other hand, Srivas was very humble and his maidservants and servants were also very humble. It is like Periya Alvar. He was asked to go and debate with a proud scholar who had come to Madurai. He said, I don't know, I am just doing the Kankarium of tying the garland. I don't know anything, I am just a murkha. And their Lord appears in the dream of the Madurai king and tells, call Periya Alvar. So Periya Alvar was called to the palace. He was brought in the palanquin. And then he just had to open the mouth. Lord spoke through his mouth. So you don't have to go on spending 3 hours or 4 hours in by-hearting and all. First devotional service, just surrender to the spiritual master what he wants. First ask what you want to spiritual master. What are the ways I should engage myself in your service? That is more important. It is through the mouth of the disciple the spiritual master speaks. One becomes the hands and the instruments in the hands of the spiritual master. It's very much important. So Periya Alvar just opened the mouth and the proud person lost and he ran away. It so happened he was taken in the procession because the king was very happy. Periya Alvar was made to sit on the elephant. He was taken in the procession. Lord comes to see such wonderful celebration. At that time, Periya Alvar could see the Lord and immediately chants the words, Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallandu. Oh Lord, let you be protected from all the sides, because he had Vatsala Rasa towards Lord. And he says, Pallandu, 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 Pallayratanda. Oh Lord, let you be protected from all the sides. Somebody may put an evil eye onto you. Then Lord said, I have Shankha Chakra, I have my Sudarshan, I have my Garuda. Then let me put Pallandu on them also. Let me put Kavach on them also. Let them not be affected by any evil eye. So that is the Vatsala Rasa which Vidya Alvar had for Krishna. Murari Gupter Dase ye prasad paila, keha matha mudaiya taha na dekila. Dhane kule panditya Chaitanya nahi pai, kevala bhaktira vasha Chaitanya Goshani. The mercy received by the servants of Murari Gupta could not be seen by shaving one's head. One cannot achieve the mercy of Chaitanya by wealth, high birth, or scholarship. For the Lord is controlled only by devotional service. And the spiritual master says, go, do this work. Just we have to do that work. Accomplish the task taken by the spiritual master. This is very much important. Propagation of Krishna consciousness happens by different ways, like celebration of festivals, different ways, going, talking to people, calling them. So many things are involved. If temple is there, planning out many aspects. Most important is you have to collect funds. If you don't collect funds, how the temples can run, how goshalas can run, how we can protect our cows. And giving awareness, you may say, oh, goshala is run by the products. Yes, then awareness should be created. Go do the marketing. Go do the marketing. Take dhoop in your hand, take dantavanchan in your hand, make people aware. Go and give the products. So many ways one can engage oneself in preaching Krishna consciousness. It's not just opening the book and preaching. Preaching involves transformation of the hearts of the people. Persons who were engaged in the activities like atonement or shaving their heads, and brahmacharis and sannyasis who kept their hair were unable to achieve the good fortune of attaining the Lord's mercy. That servants of Murari Gupta attained even without displaying such humility and frugality. Many people think that the richest man is the topmost Vaishnava. Some people think that if one can take birth in an aristocratic family, he can achieve the mercy of Chaitanya. Yet others think that if one achieves proficiency in the scriptures, he can control Shri Chaitanya Deva. But Shri Chaitanya Deva is never bound or controlled by such wealthy glories. The devotees, however, control Chaitanya Deva with love through their unalloyed devotional service, even though they do not possess such glories. Some may not have much scholarship. Some may not be born in a very aristocratic family. Some may not be having any much education also. Doesn't matter. If he is interested in propagating Krishna consciousness, that itself is enough. That itself is enough. There are so many people in the world who are waiting. It is not that going and preaching only to the ones who knows everything. Go and preach to the world. There are so many new ones who have to be preached, who have to be brought. Preaching means transformation. Preaching means making a person give many things, give up many things and give many things also. Give up their material desires and have the desire to serve Krishna. So don't be hesitant. How will I ask donation? What will people think? Let them think whatever they want to think. Your work is to ask. Our work is we should be the beggar. If we are the beggar, Krishna likes the most. We just have to beg. We just have to accomplish all the mission. We just have to beg. We just have to transform the people. Today, the topic in our devotee care leadership, that is, we have a DCL group in our temple. And one of the doctor who is in the core team had put a message that join our health seminars, and in 24 hours you can get lead. Immediately some different aspects had been put, that you don't have to wait for some appointment and all these things. But Vedant hospitals, it had come. Then immediately I just put the best way to get good health is serve the cows. Use cow products. Use Panchagavya. Myself, the Kamalushan Prabhuji were just writing all the health tips. This is more important. People are suffering. Now, wherever you are going, you can see maximum intestinal cancers are happening. Why? Because of the apaharas. The aharas are not good. So we have to focus on these health tips. Without taking mother cow milk, mother cow will give us good health. If you are not taking mother cow milk, you don't say that whatever the outside packets we are getting, it is written mother cow. There are mother cow dairies, but is it Deshi cow? First, we should ask that. Is it Deshi cow? Am I taking go urine, that is go mutra? Am I taking gobar? Am I taking because the go mai, the panchagavya has all these 5 aspects. It has ghee, it has milk, it has yogurt, it has go mutra, it has gobar. If you mix all this and take little bit of this, even a drop of it, understand many of the health diseases can be solved. So much of power is there in our mother cow. So this is very much important to propagate the using of mother cow milk, mother cow ghee, mother cow butter, mother cow paneer. We buy paneer from outside. Know how harmful it is. People use acid and hardly milk is also used. So one of our devotee Balkrishna, he was working in one of the paneer company. He said hardly any milk is to come there. Paneer is to be made without milk. So such are also happening. Such contamination is also happening in the food industry. So when a sincere attempt has been taken by a group of devotees, then one should encourage using all these products. We are taking agarbattis. Why we are wasting money? Instead of that, dhoop can be used. Nose ghee can be used. So these are all very important tips. So this is a mission. This is a mission which is very important, because you may say how Chaitanya Deva is very happy with this mission. Yes, because when we have Sattvam Sanjayate Jnanam, if you have Sattva, naturally we will have inclination to do all our sadhana very nicely. If sadhana is good, seva is good. Seva is good, Chaitanya is very happy. So you link anyway, you use mother cow products, you serve mother cow, automatically Krishna is happy. And the things what we are using from outside contains urea. Just because we want to save some money, but we are wasting so much of money in the hospitals. So better is take the mission of serving mother cow, because whatever we are doing, 1/3 goes to the temple services. There are many organic companies. Why we are propagating this Ecomitra Happy Cows? Because 1/3 of the share goes to the temple services. 1/3. That 1/3 is myself. Myself, who is the director of the company, whatever share I get, that goes to the service of the temple. Not a single rupee is kept for any of the other things. It's only going for the temple services. So there are many organic and temple and A2 meals outside also. But by serving there, we are not serving any temple. But serving here, we are serving the temple. So I request every devotee to see that how you propagate Ecomitra products, Gau Lakshmi ghee, and Happy Cow's milk. So if we do this, then automatically we are engaging ourselves in the service. And when we are doing service, naturally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very happy. Because temple is also served, money comes to the temple, money comes also for the maintenance of Goshala and our mother cow. So all these things are our mission. So walk in this mission. This is more important. Automatically Jnanam will come. Knowledge comes by service. Knowledge doesn't come by studying. Even though one may be very scholar, one may be very expert speaker also, what is the use? The mercy of Chaitanya is only attained when we walk in devotional service. That is most important. So here we'll stop. Any doubts you can ask. No doubts. Panchakalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhya Vicha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavi Shila Prabhupada